Man, let me tell you, going into episode 8, I was hoping that episode 8 was going to be better than episode 7 because I was very disappointed in episode 7. This, whoo, marvel, 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 marvel. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Downtime with the Meal. Man, look, I hope you all are having a great day today. Thank you so much for watching this video in advance. Episode 8, Wandavision. This is going to be a spoiler reaction. So if you hadn't seen it, go back and watch it. And after you've seen it, come back here and let's talk about some of the stuff that's happened. And yeah, this was an experience, man. This was definitely something. So look, before we get into that, if this is your first time visiting the channel and if you like the content that I produce, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Also, if you want to be notified, hit that notification bell. Man, you'll be notified every time I produce a new video on this channel. WandaVision episode 8. So here's basically what you need to know. First and foremost, 45 minutes long. So you're getting, maybe about 8 minutes more content than you normally would on this episode versus the other ones. And also there is a post-credit scene. So if you have already watched it and you didn't know there was a post-credit scene, you need to go back and watch it again so you can check out the post-credit scene, because that was probably the best part of episode 8. But some of the things that I really liked about episode 8 was the opening. Truly felt like watching a movie for the first time. For the first time, this actually felt like a Marvel movie. And I was so excited. 10 minutes into the show, I was like, Disney should have given us 3D glasses for this.
Put on your 3D glasses now.
Because when they showed the big fly, whatever that was that Agatha Harkness was holding, and she turned it into a bird and the bird flew around, I was like, some of this should be in 3D. It doesn't take away from the experience, but I'm just saying, this really felt cinematic, and I really loved it. That aspect of it alone, it felt like watching a movie. This was good. This was that part was really good. So another thing that I thought was really well done was how they showed Agatha Harkness' powers in the early goings of the movie. When they show her zapping the witches, the life out of them, and then in the scene after when she's controlling Scarlet Witch, and then at the end when she has Wanda's kids, that was really well done. And the visual effects, very well done. But of course, that's Marvel, so they're gonna always come with it. I was really just glad to see that, because we've been kind of missing that a little bit. So I would definitely say this was easily the best episode of WandaVision to date, even though there's one more to go. And there was a couple of things that I had as far as questions go. One of the things that I was curious about was there is a point during the episode where Agatha is basically taking Wanda back in time. They're going down memory lane, and as they're going down memory lane, there's this one scene where Wanda is going to Sword to try to recover Vision's body. And she says something interesting to the Sword receptionist. She says that, I know you all have him because when I came back, and I'm assuming she means when she came back from the snap, Vision was not there. Question, do you think that, or better yet, why do you think maybe the Avengers just did not take Vision, because they were with Vision at the end of Avengers Infinity War? Why didn't they just take his body and just do a burial or keep it somewhere, at the Avengers compound? Was it because of the Sokovia Accords and maybe the government technically owned Vision? I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Post your thoughts down in the comments below on that. Also, there was another question that I had too. Second question. So we all know that in 2015, Marvel retconned the story of how Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver were not the they were not the daughter and son of Magneto. And they did this because they wanted to make sure that the comics were actually lining up to that the comic book characters lined up better with Avengers Age of Ultron version of Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver. So here's my question. Now that Marvel owns the rights to Fox X-Men, do you think they're going to retcon again and now make it where Scarlet Witch is the daughter of Magneto as well as Quicksilver? Post your thoughts down on that in the comments below. Finally, we're going to get to this post-credit scene involving White Vision. Now, I'll be honest with you. I was not a huge comic book reader, so I was not aware of a White Vision. But what I do know is that this version of Vision that Sword has been developing is basically going to be not the Vision that we know. Not that same Vision. This is supposed to be a colder, unemotional Vision based on what I've read. And what's interesting is that this version of Vision is also the same version of Vision that was killed at the end of Avengers Infinity War. So, you know, it's just interesting that you have this one version of Vision that's actually living in the Hex, the one that Wanda created, and you have the original Vision that is now resurrected by Sword. And I cannot wait to see how this picks up in episode 8. There was no Monica Rambeau. There was no Quicksilver in this episode. So you know they're going to bring all of that to a finality in episode 9. So there is a lot to look forward to. Like I said before, easily the best episode of Wandavision to date, and I thoroughly enjoyed this. So that was my spoiler reaction to Wandavision episode 8. Let me get my fingers right. What did you guys think about this? Post your thoughts down in the comments below. Let's talk about it. Thank you so much for watching this video again. On the way out, hit that like if you liked the video and enjoy the weekend, man. Look, if you can see this video, you are truly blessed. And as always, what are you gonna do in your downtime? Peace. Subscribe.